This is a 9x12 canvas board. It's pre-gessoed. You don't need to do another thing to start painting on this. We have phthalo blue, dog's eating purple, quinacridone magenta, titanium white, cad yellow medium, and some black. I have bunches of Q-tips in different sizes of bunches that are tied together with hair rubber bands and a few loose ones. Brushes for acrylic painting, jars of water. Let's get started laying in the background. I'm going to grab my big brush here. This is a number 30 bright. Really, you're looking for a brush that's bigger than 1 inch wide and is made for acrylic paint with a firm filament. I'm going to get it wet. I'm going to drag off the extra water because I don't want it to be sopping wet. And I'm going to come get just a smidge of white and yellow. And I'm going to make a beam of sunlight coming in off center. So if this is the center of the canvas, just a little bit to the left, pull it down, let it be streaky. This is a special beam of sunlight. And you're a special beam of sunlight, so have some fun doing this. Let it be streaky, and when you have a nice wide band of that, you can come over and grab a little of your blue paint. I don't actually take out the yellow because I like a bit of an aqua tone to my sky. I'm going to pull some white into the brush. You can see that on either side. And I'm going to just start going up and down, letting this light filter through the leaves that are going to be there. Just brushing that in. I might grab a little more water, dip the brush, drag off the extra, pull out the blue, pull out the white, and keep going. What's nice is that you can be very relaxed about this. You just want to make sure that your lines are vertical and that you're covering this background canvas with paint. I'm going to even get a little darker right here and paint this outer edge here. By doing this, I've created a little drama in the center. I'm going to bring some of my blue over the yellow because I want it to just be a light beam of light. Not too obvious, something mellow. A little yellow, a little blue. There we go. Water if you need it for flow. Come right here. There you go. Just painting that all in. This is so easy. All right. A little bit of white. Make sure keeping that light happening right here in the center, and we are almost done with our background. You take it till you're really happy with it, till you're feeling good and like it's streaky light coming down. When my canvas is completely dry, I'm going to start laying in the background leaves and flowers that are draping down with my Q-tips bundled together. This is a medium-sized bunch. It looks like I've got about 6 in this bunch. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pull out a little of my dog's eating purple. See, it's loaded on there like that. And a little of my phthalo blue. Pretty dark, this whole bit, right? And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to be tapping this down. And what I like to do is kind of plan to make some long, distant tendrils. These come back here. I'm going to take this past the halfway point a little bit, but not all the way down. I need to leave room for the ground and everything that I'm going to be painting in. I'll be getting this. On occasion, if you want to create a little drama, you can add a smidge, but you don't want to add too much white. Let's go along and make sure we have a nice little draping background. Just dabbing them in. The Q-tips are doing all the work. Let's take this one. Let's make this one shorter than its friend, and then you can fill that all in. There's a lot of layers on here, so just take advantage of that. Enjoy this. If you need a little white, grab it. I'm going to grab a little blue here. A little more purple. Come here, just dabbing these. It's a lot of fun. I love doing this. Anyone can do this. You can do this. Now let's take this one. Let's go longer again. Now maybe this one's going to be a little wide, coming up like this. And let's fill that all in. See? With our paint. When I need to change up my patterns, I can spin my Q-tips. It's not that hard. They're a really fun tool. All right, I like that. Maybe a little more purple. Come a little bit higher. Back here, come down, maybe over here. And then it could be like, oh no, I'm going to come down here. And so when I'm not sure, I can just go light, and then when I'm like, oh yeah, I like that, just come back up. Come back up. I use a little more white on that one. So it's a little brighter over here. Some more purple. Take this tendril way down. Take it way down. Way down. And when I get down to the end of the tendrils, I like to go lighter as if they're disappearing. So even though I'm painting Q-tips, I'm having fun and I'm thinking about my art in that way. And that's super enjoyable. Coming here. And okay, we have one, maybe medium length one back there. Fill in the whole space with this dark color, and that's going to help your brighter colors of your tree when they pop forward. It'll help a lot. All the way to the top of the canvas. I'm holding mine to steady it, because I'm on an easel, so if you're on a table easel, you might need to do that. Just dabbing that in. Isn't that fun? I grab a little white on occasion. Gives me a little color drama in my tree. Makes it kind of fun. Some more purple. Just enjoying this. Look at that, just painting this beautiful pattern. We're almost done. Please notice I'm not worried that little bits of the background canvas are showing through. That's not concerning me. So that's dry, and I can start putting in where my tree is going to be growing up out of the earth up into these beautiful flowering branches. You're going to have so much fun doing this. Follow along with me. You're going to love the result. So I'm going to grab, this is actually a number 6 bright, but what you're just looking for is a small square brush that you have control over. This is for acrylic painting, and I'm going to do a very easy thing. I'm going to put in a little mass of land, just a little bit. I'm going to come about 1/4 of an inch up from the side. I'm going to make a soft arc. I try not to make anything too symmetrical, but really honestly just have fun with it. And so that's going to be the big mass. And I'm going to just paint that in all black, because this is in shadow. Right? Just painting it all in, not worrying about it. Just paint it all in. All the detail is going to be super easy to put in once we have this in. All right, now we have some land for a tree to grow out of. The hard part's all done. I'm going to take my number 4 round here. I'm going to go ahead and get it a little bit wet, but drag off the extra water. I'm going to load up my brush with a little bit of my black paint. If you're very nervous about painting with black paint right on a canvas, remember that you can always use kids' chalk to sketch in your idea because it can be erased with just a little bit of a damp cloth. But I'm pretty confident in this. I've been painting a while, and so I'm going to put in my little tree trunk. And I feel like he's got to be like crookedy. See this crazy line I'm making? He's going to go wide here. And maybe a strong branch up here. Now I know where that is. I know that he's old, so he's going to be thick at the bottom. Old trees are thick at the bottom. So I'm going to bring this up here, and I'm going to join off in the branches here. Just paint that all in black. Just tell a beautiful, crickety, old, ancient story in black. Super easy. So once I have that in like that, he needs to have another little branch holding up this side. So see this bend here and up there? I'm going to come right there to that bend, and I'm going to grow a crookedy little branch out that way. It's believable that could hold some stuff, isn't it? And I want that branch to be thick where it is at the trunk and get thinner as it goes out up into the flowers. I'm just using the round of my brush to determine all of that. Just joining that in, and then a little branch wandering here, and maybe these are little fun branches that can be coming out. And I feel like it'd be fun to have a like third little branch going up. So I'm going to come up here and wander one that way because it makes me happy. Some of this may go away under my painting. So I'm going to give a nice, interesting little branch that maybe ventured away from the main tree. Just using the round of my brush to make that happen. Try to make it interesting. That's interesting. All right, now I'm going to make some little grasses. And that's just going to be just dancing the edge of this little round brush. Look how that just makes grass. I'm not even really doing anything. See, I just on the edge of the brush. Look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that maybe some of these will be longer. Some of them will be shorter. Blow wind through them. Have fun with it. These are unruly, hardy little grasses growing under a tree, aren't they? So just have fun with it. Thicken them where you feel like let little areas for mice and stuff to run through. Have fun. It's your world, your canvas. Just on the edge. This is just real soft on the edge of this. If I pressed real hard, I would get a big line like that. But by going real light, it makes that super light brush stroke. And that's really easy for me. And I want to put some character in the trunk. So I'm going to get a little bit of my white from over here. Just right on the edge. And I'm going to imagine that this bark is twisted and see that? Look at that twisting old ancient tree. Just a little bit of highlight on there. It doesn't take a lot, Just have a little bit of fun, you know? A little bit of that. Just enjoy aging up your little tree. Okay, that's super fun. But now we get to get back into more Q-tips, which is the best part of this. So let's get our Q-tips. I've got a couple small bunches here. I'm going to make sure that, you know, they're all lined up and ready to make some interesting little patterns. And this one is going to be more in my pinks, maybe my purples, a little purple, and a lot of my white. And I'm going to come here at the top, and I'm going to make this forward-facing layer. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. A little pink. Now, maybe this tendril comes down between these first two. See? Look at that. It's layers. Maybe there's a little bit that is wandering down here over the first. Oh, I like that. You know, purple and pink. Purple and the magenta. So maybe that's a little dark, but then that's coming in the darker red and get some white. If you get any of the black in it like I just did, I would definitely change out your Q-tips a little bit. And I'm going to switch to this Q-tip because I don't want any black in my flowers. Stuff happens when you're painting. Don't stress on it. That's why I like to put out several bunches of Q-tips, so if I have a problem, I don't feel like I'm stuck persevering if it isn't going to be how I want it to be. Now I want another couple little tendrils happening here. Bring one down here. I want it to be more pink, so let's grab some more pink. It's fun. Isn't this a beautiful little tree? Bring little patterns down, just like what you did there. Hanging down, coming down. If you feel like you need some pink, grab some pink. Just trying not to make all the same lengths of lines, and I'm trying to make interesting patterns. Some areas be just dark and mysterious. Flip your Q-tips over. If you're having trouble on one end, you can always switch to the other side. That's what's interesting. These are a two-edged tool. So see that? Doesn't mean you won't get a painty hand, but that's how you know you arted. Let's come down here maybe with this line of adventurous. Fun bits of. Oh, what a beautiful tree. We're almost done. Grab a little purple there and make a little shadow. white. So you just have highlights and shadows. And that's what's super fun. And now you can get an individual Q-tip and put a little paint on there. And if there's anywhere that you felt that you wanted to help define or make more interesting, you can use the single Q-tip to do that. This is interesting. I've got a little paint on my hand. That happens. Maybe that happens to you. I always like to post pictures of my hands after I work. A little white here. And just make it more interesting how you want it to be, how you're excited. That's all you got to do. You have a lot of creative control here, even though it's Q-tips. That was so much fun. Thank you for your time. I love sharing this with you. If you had fun on this project, be sure and hit that subscribe button, comment below, and tell me what you thought. I want to see you at some of my other tutorials. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and see you at the easel really soon.